Good morning, 9:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, August 21st, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see with XRP, we're down 3.33%. Anybody who was in the live last night, you know that this was to be expected. It looked very bearish on the close. We got rejected at a very key level. And we do have some breaking news here about Binance as well. So if you're on Binance, I've been trying to warn you for over 2 years. I came on last week and I said this is your last warning, especially in Europe as they were getting ready to withdraw or suspend withdrawal from fiat, at least when it comes to, here I'll show you the news that's coming out. So a former US SEC chief mocks Binance as fiat withdrawals are suspended. So, former U.S. SEC Chief John Reed Starks takes a jibe at Binance as the crypto exchange suspended fiat withdrawals for customers in the Eurozone. I talked about this last week in depth. Unfortunately, the video only got about 600 views, but I talked about how this was going to happen, and now 1 week later it's happening. Former U.S. SEC Enforcement Chief John Reed Stark on Monday takes a jibe at Binance at the crypto exchange suspended fiat withdrawals for customers in the Euro area. Customers are facing problems withdrawing their money from Binance as there are no on-ramp and off-ramp service providers and no time frame for when customers can get their money back. So like I've been saying, now it's too late. Let me know what's going on in the States, but this is awful. So a former SEC chief calls Binance fiat withdrawal issue disturbing. John Reed Stark in a post on August 21st said the SEC and FINRA should immediately send a team of auditors, inspectors, and examiners to investigate Binance's fiat withdrawal suspension. Then he mocks Binance for not having registration in the Eurozone. Disturbing, the SEC and FINRA should immediately send a team of auditors, inspectors, and examiners to investigate what happened, and if appropriate, refer the matter to the SEC Enforcement Division or even Department of Justice. Oh wait, Binance is not registered. Never mind. Caveat emptor. So Stark cited a response by Binance customers support to a customer who is facing euro withdrawals through SEPA. It reveals Binance has suspended euro withdrawals and deposits via SEPA. Also, the exchange doesn't have a specific time frame for SEPA transfers. Binance earlier announced that its partner PaySafe will allow customers to transfer fiat via SEPA until September 25th. However, the exchange is freezing all high-frequency users immediately. Told you guys, get it out before it got to these days. I knew they were full of shit. In the meantime, customers are requested to use alternative methods such as Visa cards or P2P services for buying and selling crypto. If you are still on Binance, this is not what you should be doing, especially in the US. The Eurozone now is being affected. I would be off of Binance. If you have a way to get your shit off Binance, do it now, please. Crypto exchange canceled its registration from several European countries, including the Netherlands, Germany, Austria, and others. MiCA regulation allows crypto exchanges to receive passport rights in all Eurozone countries if they get approved in a single country. And then Binance faces challenges in the USA. Binance facing risk of a lawsuit from the U.S. Department of Justice after the recent lawsuit by U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and CFTC. Meanwhile, the exchange has asked the CFTC lawsuit to be dismissed, arguing that the regulator lacks jurisdiction. Binance and Binance US are also challenging USSC's overreach. The lawsuit, the motion for a proactive order filed by defendant BAM Trading Services and BAM Management US Holdings is referred to Magistrate Judge Farouk for resolution. So that's the update on Binance. So if you have money on Binance, well, you're in some trouble. If you're on Binance and you're able to get it out, don't wait for the other shoe to drop here, ladies and gentlemen. So XRP on the all-time chart, we got rejected up here last night again, as I talked about, at 54 cents. We were unable to get above about 544 on the daily candle close. And as you can see on the daily, we're below it. And now we have an indecisive candle. This looks like further movement down, possibly. So now on the next candle, if this stays like this could be a very tight daily candle. Although, you never know. It's going to depend on the next candle, because that looks more like, I don't know if that's along like doji in the daily, or if that's trying to become more of a dragonfly doji. But either way, this next candle is going to decide the fate, it looks like. So if this comes down below here, that's a bad sign, but it's probably going to stay pretty neutral here. If we do start breaking down, we've got 51 cent support. When we came down here, we never lost the lower end of this candle, so this did not flip bearish on this candle. We managed to hold the 517, the bottom support. We never came down to the weekly 20-day. We are getting rejected up here in the daily, which is the ascending triangle. And if that were to play true, if this plays true, your technical target's down here at 37.5 cents, which is the 2020 uptrend. That would also satisfy in the weekly, as the first two times with the Goldencross in its history, we had a 60% or more drop. Getting down to 37.5 cents or the 2021 uptrend or 2020 uptrend, that would get you a 60% drop and satisfy the drop. And now if we go on the short-term chart, you can see what happened yesterday. Rejected in the weekly, coming back up above 55.3, which is the falling wedge. Rejected in the weekly, coming back above 54.4 before the close. And now we knew that this was a bearish candle that was forming, so we knew we would have to start coming down. Our first question in the live yesterday, do we stop at 526 or do we have to come all the way back down first level to see if we have any strength left? We knew we had to retest here. So again, we didn't come all the way down. So are we going to come farther down? Possibly. But yesterday we talked about how it would behoove us not to come down on this weekly after pulling up to try to retest the 200-day support, which is at about 51 cents. About 508. So 508, and we came down to so far. I almost wish it would have just came down there, but we're not done yet. We can see that. Well, we might be getting closer, but 508 is where we thought. 517 we came to. So now if you start backtracking, what did we exactly do last night? Daily time frame, 524, we pulled back up. Now I believe we're back above it. Nope, still below it. Barely. So the problem is here is we got rejected by the falling wedge. We're getting rejected by the channel, the ascending triangle resistance, the downtrending resistance. What we need to do now in order to be bullish, today we need to break up above 557. Or if you're going to show some bearish bias here, you're going to come down below that 51. It's right there in the daily, 516. We almost came down there, pulled back up. If we break this formation, this is the 200-day in the daily. So it took us a minute to get back up here, a couple days. But now the bulls are trying to defend it. If we lose this, as you can see where I circled up here, we have a bearish cross. That shows a short-term trend reversal, assuming we can't get back up there and invalidate it. So to me, what does it look like? It might be speaking to us that in the weekly, if we break down, we're coming to 37 cents. I think there's a 54% chance based on what I'm seeing. But I think that's very, very indecisive. I think that's a very misleading metric, only because we're on bearish side of town, because we couldn't get back above in the weekly, the falling wedge, or back on top of the ascending triangle. That doesn't mean we won't. It just showed us an initial bearishness. Now, the BRICS summit is tomorrow. There's rumors this morning that Saudi Arabia has officially joined the BRICS. So we'll go over that a little bit later. Pay attention to Binance. If you're on Binance, please let me know what's going on, as they withdrew, or they suspended the ability to withdraw fiat. There is no coincidences, as it comes a day before the BRICS. I think a lot of places are starting to get rid of the US dollar in anticipation and stopping the acceptance of it. So we have to be very careful. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this, make sure you hit that like button. And if you appreciate my work, consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the over 18,200 subscribers. On this Monday morning, it's our job to choose positivity over negativity. We don't have emotion here. We don't play the victim. In fact, we play the winner. And by playing the winner, you have to have all the information and education in front of you to make a proper, educated, and informed decision. And then also, by being emotionless, you can watch the charts and news to form the proper perspective and perception and reality of what's going to happen on the XRP price action next, along with crypto and finance. But particularly right now about XRP, you don't want to have emotion. Right now, if we look at the shorter time frames, 30-minute, as we walk out, we invalidated this move up. Now we're getting rejected on the 20-day. If we don't come over 526 in the immediate short term, we're going to have a nice move back down. First level would be about 508. We're going to check the 508, I think. If we continue moving down, we are showing a little bearishness in the 2-hour, like a little bit of indecisiveness, like we're running out of steam here. So we're going to see. This next candle in the 2 hours is going to tell us a lot. That's a long leg doji. As it looks like in the 4-hourly, we're pretty indecisive. So let's see this next candle. If it's bearish, you're coming probably down to 508. And then if you lose that, you'll come back down to about the 49.2 level in the short term. Right now, though, we're just building up a structure. We got to make sure we didn't build a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head. This could be a right shoulder if we get rejected to come right back down to the starting point. If we lose that, our swing low is 435, but I'm not so sure that structure is going to hold. I think it would behoove us not to come back down to the 2020 uptrend at 37 cents at that point. Make sure you hit that like button.